There's my first rail system up. The rails are done. Not bad. Got all the trusses underneath. So we're right through the steel and the strapping and into the truss. So the truss is a 2x4 standing upright. So 4 inches I'm into there. And I just smacked in all the nails and make sure the roof was all tight again. It does look like we're getting some kind of weather coming. Well, yeah, that's my first attempt on roof rails done. I think it turned out well. The panels are gonna go just a bit past the top center there, and I'm gonna make a piece of flashing for them that goes down on a 90. But follows the roof contour and then down, so still have an angle. And then, yeah, black flies are starting to get crazy too. Anyways, thanks guys. Oh. There's the parallel, the main connectors. So it's number 4 wire. So I use the number 4 with a 5/16, 4 gauge wire with 5/16 lug on this side and this side. And then I use number 2 lug with 5/16 hole in it for the middle, because that holds 2 sets of 4 gauge wires, and it's a tight fit. You could probably even use a number 1, so but I fit them all into a number 2. It's very tight, but it's better for holding it in there anyways. And there's no vibration or nothing in this in this build. It's not like it's going on a moving vehicle or something like that. So yeah, there's 6 of them. So you get one of these and one of these for each pack. And there's 3 packs, so positive and negative. And then I'll just use number 4 with a 5/16 hole on one side and then a 3/8 hole on the other side to fit these. So the negative will go to 2 posts, and I'm going to put a 3/8 hole, probably, I was going to try a number 6 lug, and then the BMS will fit in there and it'll be bolted on and held in place by those wires. And I'll just cut the wires short as possible so they'll fit the wire plus some heat shrink. So I'll probably leave about 1 inch off the BMS on each end. Yeah, we'll see how that works. It'll be the first time doing that, but I've thought about it and I think it's reasonable, especially if you're clamping them, not soldering them. So there's no way that it's gonna like melt, you know. If it's gonna melt, it's gonna disintegrate the whole BMS. We'll see. I think that's pretty reasonable. So each 3.6 pack is rated for 100 amps. That's what I rate it for, of current to go in or out. It can do, I think it's capable of 3.6 kilowatt hour pack of mine is capable of 600 amps out and 150 amps in. And I don't set the wiring that high anyways, but you know, if you're doing a burst or something, this wire wouldn't like arc and break. It wouldn't fail till thousands of amps probably, especially over milliseconds or seconds, you know. Like, I don't even have a clue what it would take for this wire to heat up so much that it dripped out of the middle or, you know, arced apart. That'd take a lot of current. It's number 4 welding wire. It's all brand new. No, it's nice and flexible. It's very good, nice, great stuff to use for builds, really. It says right on here. What is it? It's just Princess Auto stuff. So, it's Flexiprene, number 4 Flexiprene. Welding cable, 600 volt, -50 to +105 C, made in USA. And this stuff here, I use stuff with the glue in it. It's very hard. It goes hard, rock hard after you heat it once. So, if anything, if it's too big, I gotta shave some off or whatever, make it fit proper. Anyways, that's what I use. So, I don't even know what the actual measurement of that is. I think it's 0.75 of an inch. Yeah. 0.75, 24 inch, whatever it is. It's probably seems pretty big. Seems like 1 inch to me. Doesn't seem like 3/4 of an inch, but yeah, what do I know? Got one more to make. I'm short one number 4 lug. That's it. And I got the number 2 for whatever this end. And then we'll get the white shrink. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, guys. Made up this backing plate just so the controller and the BMS screen will be mounted on there. Just kind of makes it look a little better and there's not so much wood showing. And then I got the plate for down here to come in. I just gotta take off the strapping and then add my own 2x6s onto there and whatever else, the little stuff that needs to come out. But I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with these. They do have to go in here probably. And I was gonna just come down in between here with them and then 90 in. I do need to get some knockouts. These are 1.25 inches and I need 2 inch for here. Not sure if I'm gonna have enough room to put a wired trough in there. I was really hoping to, but we'll see. Honestly, I could just go straight into the cover, but it will be a little bit of a nightmare trying to get the cover on with the wires there. Yeah, looks good. Now I'm just gonna set up. The charge controller is gonna be level with the bottom of this. So I'm gonna try and keep it over here as much as possible, so it gives me some room in here. Yeah, anyways, there's the controller. So all I gotta do is hold it up there, level it, mark it out, pre-drill the holes through the steel. And then I got this is the BMS LCD screen. That's gonna go above it to show you what the batteries are doing. And I'll just run the wire along the side as tight as possible. One of the sides. Yeah, and then we'll start at the top, and I want to put the steel plate for the batteries on, and I'm gonna pre-drill all the holes so no metal shavings can go onto the batteries. And that's what I'm doing today. Thanks. So that's pretty good. Like it. Level with the bottom. So if I do get something here, some kind of tray or something, it'll be fine. Now I did, one of these screws pulled out. This thing here was loose inside that controller. Not cool. Not sure where that came from, but looks alright. Anyways. Yep, and the wires will either go, might even go behind. These ones are gonna probably go behind and then up into there, and up into there. So just be a little bit showing through there. Can't even notch this out here. Probably not. There's a 2x6 underneath. Figure it out. We got it here. Oh yeah, 2x6s are here, so we'll see. We already got the solar wire coming in. I guess that negative could already, yeah, we'll just probably go behind and then come up into these guys. So PV negative can already get hooked into there. The PV positive will go into here, into a breaker, and then through back over to here again. That's why I wanted a wire trough under here. Well, looking good so far. I'm gonna take off these pieces of wood there and get the batteries situated here. Gotta come up with some kind of stand to hold everything. So, anyways, thanks guys. I have the back plate in place now. It's not looking like we're gonna have that much room for a gutter in here, so I'll figure it out. Maybe just run the wires down in through here and then, you know, up through one of these knockouts or something. And then I'll just make the wire knockout for this, for the batteries. It's gonna be a battery case probably a couple inches past. I think we'll probably be in the 10-inch mark or so. So the batteries will stick out a little bit past. Then we can just kind of run the wires in there. Could probably even weld a little lip onto the case to cover everything. We'll see. See what we do there. Getting there. So this is where we're leaving off today. Probably have to take this fuse off again, but I got holes pre-drilled. I'm gonna bring a bigger bit by next time, and I need to get 2 more lugs, the 3/8 hole to join to here from my number 4 runs. So yeah, doing all right though. Anyways, thanks guys. So this is where the terminal blocks are gonna go, is underneath the BMS, just to keep all the wires close. So first one will go here, and then see the line, and the second one will go here, third one here, fourth one here, fifth one here. I only need 13, so I need 5 because there's only 4, which is 12. So, and then I got a little plate that's gonna go here, which will hold the like a piece of angle, and then you can actually put the cover on, and it will rest on here. And all these will be drilled out for the cover that goes over all of this. There's going to be a big cover that goes on here. It's only going to come out to about 10 inches, which will just come past there a bit. But I got to get that bent, but I want to put it all in place first. There's not going to be anything holding on the sides. It'll just be like, I'll get it bend this way, about a 1-inch lip or so, and then 10 inches this way, and then whatever the distance down is, and then 10 inches, and then another 1 inch lip, and the sides will just be plates. So it'll cover all of it. I might even do it in 2 pieces just for weight. There's the kittens. Daughter was here yesterday looking for them, but the mom had them hidden good. So yeah, and the BMS, it'll go in here. It'll get attached right onto there. Then all the wiring will just go behind into there because there's quite a bit of a standoff here. So, and the batteries are be out this far, so it'll all be tucked away, hidden. And the plate that goes on here will come up, be an angle, and it'll just come up and then out, and then I can rest the cover on there and then put it in the holes. I was almost thinking of doing multiple, but I'll probably only be coming to here anyways with the cover. I'm not going to fill the whole area just because I want to try and keep it inside this, which, you know, there's plenty of room there from that last. And I don't have to catch every single one of these. I can put maybe one, every other one could catch, you know, but I do multiples just in case I need extra. So I want to pre-drill all the holes, make them extra big, so I won't have any problems messing with trying to find holes once I get it done. So they're every 6 inches apart, very easy. Like I said, I don't have to go 6 inches apart on the cover. I could go a foot apart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would hit perfect. And I do want to keep this area. I'm going to knock this area out of here, so then the wiring will come right into this knockout for the main 2-watt wire. Come around, and this will be the negative. So from here, underneath, over here, through the knockout, through the cover, and might even go on top. Or no, it just goes right to this side here. This will be my battery negative. And the positive will go from here, whatever down the side over here, and then come over to here, and all the battery positives will come up to here, and all the battery negatives will come to here. So all the negatives will be on the top, all the positives will be on the bottom. So I'll pull diagonal from the pack, so either negative will be on top, so the positive will be on bottom down here, and then I just I can even go behind because there's a few inches of clearance between the battery pack and the plate, so I could keep all the wiring behind everything and then just come out. It's only 4-gauge wire that goes on this, really flexible stuff, so no problem. I'm still waiting for lugs. I need 2 more lugs, and I don't want to do them with some different lugs because I need to have them all even, like all even lengths. I want all even resistance. So I only need 3 wires to be even. So all 3 negative cables, the 4-gauge has to be even. So the longest run will be, I don't know if it's this one to here. I guess this would be I don't know, figure out which one's the positive and which is the negative. Doesn't really matter. All I know is the negative be on the top. So if I turn this way, and which I probably will, because I want the wires closest to the wall. So if the negative's here, this one will just kind of sag down and come up. The middle one will do the same, just sag down, come up. And then this one will be pretty tight. Not tight, but the longest. So I want all 3 wires to be the same length. Same with the positive. Now, I only need 3 to be the same. The positives need to be equal to each other. The negatives need to be equal to each other. They don't all 9 have to be equal, just the positives and the negatives to each other's. Hard to explain, but right now I'm going to drill all these holes out with the small bit. And all these holes out with the small bit. These ones don't need to be bigger, But these ones I'm going to be probably putting, we'll see which one is most reasonable. I'm thinking either between these two. So just so I got room to not be so tight. Like that's a pretty tight hole to get to hit. So if I drill it out to about that size or this size, it'll be no problem lining up. I'm not going right through, I'm just going through the steel. So quite the long day. Got that so far. I'm only missing one lug. Missing a number 4 to a 3/8 lug that goes on here. This will go behind and then over to there. Behind though. I didn't tighten it down yet because I'm not sure if I gotta take it back off or I can just put it on there. But everything is the proper height. All the negatives are on this side and all the positives are on that side. So all the negatives go to the top and all the positives go underneath. They'll go down to that fuse and then we'll come around and then up to the positive there. The negative will come down and then to there, the main. So it's pretty strong. I'm hoping we don't have to build a stand under there because it's gonna interfere with the cover, but like just super sturdy. There's no wiggle there, nothing like that. It's not even close to being loose or anything. So, but man, still got quite a bit of work to do. Yeah, long day. It is pretty heavy. Each one of them is approximately 90 pounds. So 90 times 3 is, yeah, 270 pounds. But one Tapcon, one of these guys here should be rated for, I forget what it's rated for. Doesn't actually say. Bet you one of them is rated for 100 pounds easily. I've got 40 of them in there. So 10 across the top, 10 across the middle, 10 more and 10 more. So approximately 40 holding it on there. I'm not 100% sure if we need to, but we can put a stand that goes from here to the bottoms of the racks, come across here, and then down to the floor if need be. Like the shear strength of them is insane, so they're not gonna shear down this way. If anything, the top's gonna pull out. So now from here I gotta do all the 1s gotta be connected, all the 2s gotta be connected and then put into there, and then so on to 13. A lot of wiring, and then I still got to build the cover. The cover will go whatever, be about an inch away and come up and come over, cover, and screw into the top and bottom row. And it will be painted white as well. No, prefer no holes in it. Yeah. Pretty cool. They're already balanced, everything is exactly the same. So, yeah, still got a bit of work to do. But anyway, thanks guys.